Number 2, and if you didn't get through all of this, just fill in the blanks as we go along. Okay? So I'm going to start by graphing my pre-image. 5, -4, boom, boom. 3, -1, boom, boom. And 1, -2, right there. We got a tiny little triangle that we're going to translate here. Or not translate, but we're going to transform. There's my pre-image. Does that triangle look good? Is that a full credit graph there for my pre-image?
No. Yeah.
No? Why not, Alicia?
Because they're not, what's it called, labels?
That's right. I didn't label them. M, N, O. Okay, that's an easy way to lose points. Okay, everybody here can write letters. So write the letters so you don't lose those points. We're going to start out by reflecting across the x-axis. What's the rule for reflecting on the x-axis? Anyone have it? X, comma, negative y. Remember, with our reflection rules, there's only 2 of them. It's either one or the other. And what this means is that I'm going to keep my x coordinate the same. 5, 3, and 1 are going to remain as 5, 3, and 1. But I'm going to take my y coordinate and I'm going to flip it. So what would -4 become if I flip it? Positive 4. What about -1? Positive 1. -2? Positive 2. Look at that. I used the rule to get my new coordinates. I didn't have to count at all. Now I can just plot these points. 5, 4, 3, 1, and 1, 2. Thank you, sir. All right. O prime, N prime, and M prime. What are we going to put inside this triangle? Number 1. Because it's my first image. Right. Everybody's reflection look like that?
Yeah.
This video is going to be in Google Classroom, so just take this home center and then work through it. And then you can just take this and then just go like, hey, so you can read this. Okay, you have a slide? Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right, there's my reflection. The next one we're going to do is a what? Translation. Now, if I'm going 10 to the left and 3 up, what's my rule going to look like?
X plus 2.
X plus 2? Where'd you see a 2? Alyssa, what'd you say? X minus what?
10.
And then, Alicia, what's the second half?
Plus 3.
Okay, good. I think, were you looking at the wrong one, Alicia?
Oh, yeah, I was looking at 1.
Oh, yeah. We're on number 2. We did number 1 together. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, there's not even a 2 there. So left is a negative X movement. Up is a positive Y movement, right? This is going to be my second image. So I could just count on the graph, or I could use the rule. What I'm going to do, and again, I'm just providing you different avenues to do this. If you counted on the graph and got to the same spot, totally fine. Do that. But I like using the rule. I'm going to subtract 10 from all of my X coordinates. Have a good day, Kane. What's 5 minus 10?
-5.
-5. What's 3 minus 10?
-7.
And what's 1 minus 10?
-9.
Good. Are those the X coordinates you guys got? Yes, they are.
Sure did.
Now I'm going to go to my Y coordinates here. I'm not going back to my pre-image. Right? My pre-image doesn't exist.
Yeah.
My Y coordinate for M prime is 4. What's 4 plus 3? 7. What's 1 plus 3?
4.
What's 2 plus 3?
5.
5. Are those the Y coordinates you guys got?
Yes.
Did you count on the graph to get those?
Yes.
Yeah. So you could just use the rule and then plot the points. -5, 7, -7, 4, and -9, 5. And we'll call that number 2. -5, 7 is M double prime, N double prime, and O double prime. Right? One more. We got one more to do. What's my last transformation here?
Rotation.
A rotation. So we're going to break out our slides. Now the rule is here for us. Again, we didn't learn the rotation rules because they can be confusing, so I'm just going to use my slide. Which triangle am I going to use though? P1 or 2?
2.
2, the newest triangle.
Number 2.
That's right. I'm going to plus my origin. I'm going to dot, 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 and label my letters. And I'm going to turn this. Am I turning it this way?
No.
No, and I see it would get kind of messy over here if I did that. So I know right away that I'm turning it that way, to the left. Counterclockwise is to the left. I'm going to line it back up. My points are a little off because these graphs are not the best. There's n triple prime. Is that right? -4, -7. Yeah. M triple prime should be right here. -7, -5. Yeah. And O triple prime should be right there. Is that right? -5, -9. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll call that image number 3. There's my points. How do we do on that one, number 2? Give me a thumbs up. You got all of that right. The rules, the points, the graphs, the labels, everything perfect. Good. That's half the test right there. It's just one problem like this. It looks exactly like this too. Trust me. All right. The triangles are a little bit bigger. I don't like these tiny ones. On the test, the triangles will be a lot bigger, like we'll see in number 3. Let's take a look at number 3. All right, I'm going to plot my pre-image coordinates first. 210, 1010, and 82. C, B, A. All right, I'm going to line these up. You okay? This is our study guide. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, after this type of
After the whole thing or after this problem?
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Go ahead and go real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fine. All right, so we're going to take this pre-image. I'm going to put a P in the middle for pre-image. We're going to take this. We're going to translate it 1 to the left and 11 down. What would my rule look like if I'm going 1 left and 11 down? X minus 1. Y minus 11. I'm going double negative, left and down. All right, so 1 left, 11 down. 1 left, 11 down. 1 left, 11 down. Is that right? 7, -9?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. For C prime, 7, -9. 1, -1 for A prime, 1, -1. And 9, -1 for B prime. I'm not going to use my ruler. I'm just going to eyeball it. And that's my image number 1. All we did was drop it down and a little bit to the left. Araya?
I think I did something wrong because I got 9, -9. Or, yeah.
For which one? C prime?
Yeah.
9, -9?
I think.
That's wrong.
Does your pre-image look like this, where the C is a little bit, or is it directly in line with B?
No, mine's like how yours is.
Let me take a look.
I think I did. No. It's like seeing don't ever.
Oh.
No.
C prime is at 8, 2, right? Yeah, 8, 2. So then if I go, oh yeah, you didn't go left, or you went right and down.
No.
Yeah, you had to go left and down. Yeah. But see, it's one of those small mistakes that makes a big difference, right?
You bring that up, Trevor, like, you need to stop. You need to stop saying I did. Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to rotate 180 degrees. Now, this rule is really easy for us to use, right? Let's say you lost your slide. Okay, how can I use the rule? Well, I'm just going to flip the X and flip the Y. So my X's are 1, 9, and 7. If I flip those, what do they become?
-1, -9.
-1, -9, and -7. Now I'm going to flip my y's. If my y's are -1, -1, and -9, and I flip them, what do they become? +1, +1, and +9. Now I can just graph those points. A double prime right there. B double prime right there. C double prime right there. Now if you use your slide, you'll get the same exact image. But that's a quick way for us to just use the rule, get the coordinates, plot the points. All right, I find personally for me that way is a lot easier, but I know a lot of us like using the slides. All right, so if I were to mark my little triangle here and turn it twice, once, twice, boom, I end up in that same exact spot. All right, so if you feel comfortable using the slide, just use the slide. But the rule technically is quicker, but it doesn't matter. Third thing we're going to do is reflect across which axis? The x. What's my rule when I reflect across the x? Jawad? Sure. What's my rule when I reflect across the x-axis? X, negative y. So I'm going to keep all my x's the same, -1, -9, -7, but I'm going to flip all my y's, -1, -1, -9. Again, you could just count on the graph. Go ahead, Jawan. Like the way that we learned, or you could use the rule, A triple prime, -9, -1, -7, -9. C triple prime and B triple prime. Okay? Are you guys okay over there? Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay? How does that look, number 3? Look okay? All the triangles? Yeah? Some of us are checked out that shouldn't really be checked out based on what I've seen, but, to each their own. Number 4, my pre-image. -9, 1 is Q. -5, -3 is R. And -9, -7 is S. Here's my pre-image. If I translate 3 to the right and 9 up, what's my rule going to look like?
+9.
Perfect. We got a double positive. We're going right and up. So I'm going to count 3 to the right, 9 up, R prime. 3 to the right, 9 up, Q prime. 3 to the right, 9 up, S prime. There's my first image. All right, I got -6, 10, -2, 6, and -6, 2. Is that what you guys got for your coordinates?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to reflect on the y-axis. We always have to be specific when we're talking about reflections because the different axis makes a different image. So what's my rule when reflecting across the y-axis? -xy. If I flip over the y, I'm changing my x. So I'm going to count over. 1, 2, 1, 2. R double prime. I'm going to count over 6 more. Q double prime. And then over 6 more. S double prime. Okay, there's my nice little reflection. 6, 2, 6, 10, 6, and 2 for my coordinates. Right, all I did was flip my x. So my negatives, x's, all became positives. Kept my y the same. My positives stayed positive. All right. Finally, we're going to do a rotation 90 degrees clockwise. What direction is clockwise?
Right.
To the right. That's right. There's R, there's Q, there's S. I'm going to turn once to the right, the only place I have space to do so. And mark my points. There's R triple prime, Q triple prime, and S triple prime. Boom, boom, boom. We got 10, -6, 6, -2, 2, -6 for my coordinates. Good? Okay.
Is that Riz? Is that Riz? No.
And that one was number 3. Any questions I can answer on number 4? Give me a thumbs up if yours looks like that. Good. I'm feeling good about you guys feeling good. So I'm sure our test